Sound and music was the latest topic that we found out about for Cities Skylines II, so let me take you through all the details and information that we know about the music and sound. To start us off, it's going to have rich and dynamic sound, so there's going to be sound for vehicles, people and animals. Cars sound different depending on the speed. Sirens are determined by the city theme, so there will be American siren for the US theme, European sirens for the European theme. When you click on a person, you get an audio cue, and you kind of get the idea of that sort of person you just clicked on. So it conveys the person's age, gender, and mood. Animals also have a similar audio cue when you click on them. City service buildings have a sound relating to their function and operational status. Sound can change with the time of day, temperature, and when a building is extended or upgraded. Thunder and lightning, just like in real life, will have a delay in its sound as it does take time for sound to travel. Sounds are there to convey information, but also carry emotion. That was a bit of a note from the sound designer. Ambient sounds follow the cameras. It changes to whatever you're looking at, and it will change if you move from zone to zone, if the weather changes with a forest or near a highway. I think you get the point with that. It also has 3 layers dependent on the camera height. It has 2 radio networks. Each features a few stations playing different genres of music. Stations have hosts who talk between songs and an anchor if there's a talk show. Public citizen radio stations mostly play classical music and pop, and those stations are ad-free. They also deliver information what's going on in the city. Some announcements can help you deal with the critical things before they get too far, including disaster alerts. And those disaster alerts will actually interrupt the current radio if one occurs. If you miss a disaster alert, don't worry, because you'll hear an alarm if you've built the early disaster warning system building anyway, regardless if you have the radio enabled or not. In order to prevent overwhelming sounds for the player, they've implemented audio grouping. So this system accounts for the distance and number of sound sources relative to the camera. It then reduces the number of potential audio sources activating simultaneously, and it also switches between close and distant sounds, so a highway doesn't sound as loud as the traffic in the residential areas you're currently near. As for the audio options in-game, there is a simple tab and an advanced tab. It gets you toggle a lot of the volumes, and there's also a toggle switch to enable or disable the radio. So in the simple tab, you get volume control for master, interface, menu, music, game, and radio, and of course, as I just mentioned, the enable or disable the radio. The advanced has an expanded menu, so it adds to the simple menu of a volume adjuster for the following: ambience, disasters, sound effects, background sound, and service buildings. And that's all the information we know about sound and music in Cities Skylines II. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have and you'd like to see more content like this, make sure you are subscribed. I will continue letting you know all the new information we get about Cities Skylines II, as well as various of other games that I'm excited for this year. If you're not quite up to date on some of the information that we know so far, you can find the Cities Skylines II playlist. There should be a card appearing right now. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.